Good day, viewers. Is another episode of Sustainability in SMEs, and as you know, I'm Tayo, and this is Onye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Welcome back, subscribers. I will thank you so much for subscribing. You also need to share and comment
And like
as well. Thank you.
Yeah. So today we are going to be discussing an interview we had with Leslie. She's the owner of Children's Corner, a nursery in Leeds and in Harrogate. But to start with, we are going to explain what sustainability is, because we got feedback that some people don't really understand sustainability, and we've been saying sustainability. So Onye here is going to break it down. What is sustainability, layman term?
Okay, so first of all, I think I'll first start off with the definition by World Commission on Environment and Development. And they say sustainability is development that meets the present generation, the needs of the present generation, without compromising the ability for the future generations to meet their own needs. So in layman's term, it means that I would assume I am a present generation. You also assume that you're a present generation.
Oh, I thought you said I'm future.
So let's assume that we're both present generation, and we are making use of our resources that are available to us for development purposes. Say, for example, building roads. Yeah, that's a development. So sustainability means that while you're building that road for your use as a present generation, do not compromise the ability for future generation who come later in the future to have some other resources to also build, maybe roads, whatever it will be at that time. But do not compromise their ability to have access to same resources, similar resources, to make some sort of development for themselves in the future. So that's basically what development is. It's like chop by chop. Like
this generation chop in a good way. So that the next generation too will be able to. Yeah.
So like say the right hand will wash the left hand will wash the right hand. It's just a major understanding of you as a present generation, understanding the use of your resources and making sure that you remain or you preserve enough for the future generation. I hope I've been able to clear you out.
Yeah. As a layman, I think I understand it now. So while I'm making use of resources, it could be natural resources that I met here.
Exactly.
When I'm taking, the way in which I'm taking it, what I'm using it for, should not ruin it for the future generation, like my grandchildren, great grandchildren.
But again, sometimes when we talk about these things, and there's some arguments that go on to say, who is the future generation? Who is the present generation? Is a 10-year-old the present generation? Is a 2-second baby a present generation?
Please don't confuse me. I know I'm present generation right now. Don't confuse me.
But there's still the argument, and that understanding hasn't been cleared up. But there's still the argument. But again, it's just to have a basic understanding that remain for the future.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that explanation. So back to Leslie. So Children's Corner started 25 years ago in England here, and she has a lot of branches, and I think maybe she said 6 or 10. I can't really remember. 6
to 10 branches between Leeds
and Harrogate, and the nurseries are really fantastic. But what makes a business ethical, what makes it special, that's what we'll be discussing today. She said they purchase items from local traders. So instead of going far away, maybe in Sheffield there's a farm where if you get loads of meat in bulk is way cheaper, she would rather use traders in Bradford. Why? Even if it costs her more to buy, she'll buy in Bradford. Because by the time you go to Sheffield, you are using your vehicles, you are burning fuel, there's more carbon emission.
Exactly.
So use the local traders, and then local traders will not get to throw away their stuff because you are patronizing them. So that is one aspect in which she believes that her business is sustainable. Do you want to?
Yeah, so she mentioned she works with younger groups of people, but the business is quite expensive sometimes when it comes to using biodegradable glitter for children.
So children what they play with things.
Yes.
Normally, other maybe schools or nurseries, when they are done, they throw them away. That's part of what is ruining the environment. But she has
uses
decided that in her
biodegradable
operations, they will
toys.
buy
Yes, for a business. Again, it's quite expensive, but in the long run, it's better off than having to, have products or toys that you trash and then it causes environmental harm and all of that. Makes a lot of sense to me.
She also mentioned reusing boxes. So when they have boxes for deliveries, they make them into things that children can play with. So children get to reuse. And in a way, she said she believes that it is also educating the children. So they know, they don't have this mindset of, as we use it, we're training it. They believe, we can reuse it instead of just throwing it into the environment.
I think again, to come to that point that you've made and just to elaborate a little further, is the fact that it's like catching them young. So if we have a lot of stories and debates on climate change and recycling and all of that, but we started hearing about it when we became older. And it's quite difficult to change our mindset. But if you start from the kindergarten, the reception children, all of that, it's easier for them to understand, okay, there's a need for me to recycle this product or recycle this box, and it's going to help. I mean, it's better off that way. It's catching them young and ensuring that they carry on with it generations to generations.
And she also said 2 days a week they have a meat-free menu. She believes that why are you laughing? Because you like meat.
I love it.
that is also an ethical way of working, because she believes the more vegan you are, the more sustainable you are. So if they're having meat-free diet in a week, is helping to cut down carbon footprint from like cattle that they use. But she said some parents are still not on board with that, but little by little they are trying to educate them.
Again, it still boils down to catching them young. If they had told you that you didn't have to eat meat every day at a young age, you wouldn't feel uncomfortable when you're told now that be a vegan. I'm feeling uncomfortable because I've been eating meat all my life. Now talking to me about being a vegan is like, am I really sure I want to do this? I'm not thinking of the health benefits instead of having to think about other things that has to do with the environment. But if we do it, her process is really nice for me because she's doing it from the scratch. She's telling children how to understand what it means to eat meat-free food.
you know what's funny? Recently, I came across an article that there are alternative sources of protein that have less carbon footprint compared to beef. So over time you can you already know. Over time you can phase out beef. Let me say one word: insects. They eat them in China.
Oh yes, I know there's some in Igbo land that you eat. I don't know what it's called actually, but it's the one that flies after it rains.
I've tasted that before.
So you eat it, but I'm not good. Honestly, I'm not going to eat that as my protein.
I would rather
have my cow leg, my chicken. For me.
But then snails have like equal amount of protein with beef and it's less carbon footprint.
I know what you mean. I agree with you, but I rather have all of them in my plate. To be honest with you,
you need to start thinking about to be sustainable when it comes to your food.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to say that it's a struggle.
It's
a struggle for a lot of us.
That's our mindset. We already feel that's how we enjoy our meals.
It's a struggle for me. I have to think about it, and I'm like, okay, why am I doing this? It's because I want to go with the sustainability idea, which again I'm very passionate about, so you know. But it's still a struggle for me. So I still think about it, and I know a lot of us struggle about it. But
it's good catching them young is good, and letting kids know about reusing and recycling at a really young age. I even attended, and the Ministry of Education in the UK putting in sustainability in their, will I say module now or like curriculum?
So because you have to, except you want to keep dreaming, you have to go granular, the root causes, and then try to drive that information and awareness from from ground zero.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I even heard that some nurseries now are encouraging parents to go back to reusable, what do they call those?
Diapers?
Like yeah. So they're assisting parents in washing and all, so that you don't buy the disposable one. But I don't know, it might take a lot of time and education and sensitizing. Yeah, nappies.
What is it called?
Those washable nappies.
Yeah. I can't remember, but I used to enjoy when my mother would wash my brother's own and hang it on the that dryer. It's always white, but it was so stressful to wash.
Yeah,
because you have to keep it very neat.
Yeah, so parents might be resistant because of the stress.
But if you leverage on technology and other means of smart ways of keeping it clean, maybe it could work.
Okay, and then we'll start considering the energy consumed in washing and keeping them clean. So I'm sure there'll be a way around it. But it just shows that whatever industry you are in, do not think, oh, I don't have to be bothered about sustainability. Look at it. This is childcare.
Yeah.
So either it's a salon, you are cooking food for people, you are making clothes, whatever. There's one way or the other that if you look at your process, you can include sustainability.
So that's fine. That's fantastic. I mean, what else can we say except keep doing what we can do? We all have to act globally, think globally, and act locally. Yeah. So basically, we just need to always think globally. Everything you want to do, think about it on the biggest scale. How does it affect the world? How does it affect your environment? How does it affect
the future
generations? Yes, exactly. And then you begin to act in small doses, in little bits.
So we're really grateful to Leslie for granting the interview. Yes. And she's a really sweet person. This is the end of today's episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Other features that you want us to add to the channel, please let us know so that we can include them.
Thank you so very much. Have a good evening. Bye.